My husband cheated with my best friend. I lost everything. I trusted them both with my life. My husband and my best friend shattered me in a way I can't even explain. It all started like any other relationship. Ethan and I met in college, and it was one of those love stories you see in movies. We built a life together over the past 6 years. We had our disagreements, sure, but we always worked it out. I thought I knew him, and I thought I knew what he was capable of. And then there was Chloe, my best friend. She had been by my side for years. She helped me with everything, from wedding planning to late night talks. After I had a fight with Ethan, we were inseparable. She was like a sister to me. But slowly, something started to change. It was subtle at first, small things that I brushed off. Ethan's mood was off sometimes, but I told myself it was work stress. Chloe would text me, but I noticed she was texting Ethan more often than usual. Again, I convinced myself it was nothing. But one evening, I noticed Ethan was acting strangely. We had a friend's party, and Chloe was there, as always. Ethan kept looking at his phone, distracted. Chloe was sitting next to him, laughing a little too much at his jokes. They'd always been close, but this felt different. There was a kind of tension in the air, an unspoken energy between them. That night, when we went home, I asked Ethan if something was bothering him. He said everything was fine, that it was just work. But deep down, I felt that knot in my stomach, that voice telling me something wasn't right. I decided to trust him. I had to. What other choice did I have? The turning point came when I decided to leave a dinner with my mom early. I wanted to surprise Ethan. We talked about a quiet night in, just the two of us. I knew Chloe was coming over to hang out, but I figured they were just watching a movie. I didn't think anything of it when I let myself into the house. The living room was dark, except for the soft glow of the TV. I thought they were watching something funny, so when I heard laughter, I smiled to myself. But as I walked closer, something was off. Their laughter wasn't like usual. It was intimate, different. I peeked around the corner, and what I saw made my heart stop. There they were, Ethan, my husband, sitting on the couch, and Chloe, my best friend, right next to him. Their faces were inches apart, laughing at something, but then suddenly their laughter stopped, and then they kissed. It wasn't a quick peck. It was full. It was passionate. My stomach dropped. Everything inside me went cold. I stood there, frozen, for what felt like an eternity. The tears didn't come at first. I couldn't breathe, couldn't move. Chloe and Ethan finally broke apart, both of them wide-eyed and panicked. They saw me standing there, caught. Neither of them spoke at first. Ethan just stared at me, frozen. And Chloe? She stood up quickly, fumbling for words. Her face flushed. "It's not what it looks like," she said, her voice shaky. Not what it looks like? I couldn't take it. I couldn't listen to their lies. Not what it looks like? "You're kissing my husband, Chloe," I shouted, my voice breaking. Ethan finally spoke, his voice trembling. I never meant for this to happen. We were just what?" I cut him off. "What, Ethan? What is this? Did you ever care about me? About us?" Chloe's face turned pale. "I never wanted to hurt you. It just happened. We never planned it." I shook my head, completely numb. I felt like I was watching this unfold in someone else's life, not my own, but it was real. It was happening. My best friend and my husband, both of them betraying me in the worst way. I didn't cry then. I couldn't. I just walked out. I didn't even know where I was going. I just needed to escape. The days after were a blur. I stayed at my mother's house for a while, trying to piece my life together. I felt so lost, so broken. Ethan called a few times, leaving voicemails filled with apologies, but I couldn't bring myself to listen. The betrayal was too deep. Chloe sent me messages, begging for forgiveness. She said she was sorry, that it was a mistake, but how could I ever trust either of them again? I filed for divorce. I ended my friendship with Chloe. Some things are beyond repair. It's been months now. and I'm slowly finding peace. But the pain still lingers. The truth hurts, and it doesn't always set you free. Sometimes it just leaves you with the pieces of a life you thought you knew. The days after were a blur. I stayed at my mother's house for a while, trying to piece my life together. I felt so lost, so broken. Ethan called a few times, leaving voicemails filled with apologies, but I couldn't bring myself to listen. The betrayal was too deep. Chloe sent me messages begging for forgiveness. She said she was sorry, that it was a mistake, but how could I ever trust either of them again? I filed for divorce. I ended my friendship with Chloe. Some things are beyond repair. It's been months now, and I'm slowly finding peace. But the pain still lingers. The truth hurts, and it doesn't always set you free. Sometimes it just leaves you with the pieces of a life you thought you knew. This was her story, her heartbreak, her truth. At Truth Trap, we share the stories that need to be heard. The truths that can heal, even when they hurt. Subscribe for more raw, real stories of betrayal, love, and life's most painful lessons.